What is going on, everybody? How are you guys all doing? How are you guys all doing on this lovely, much brighter day? Guys, it's not raining anymore. It's not coming down. The clouds have parted and the sun is shining. Hopefully today is a better day in the markets. My name is Tank. This is the IBCGANG YouTube channel. I'm accompanied by my partner, Nick. Nick, say what's up.
Yo, yo, yo.
Can you guys hear us? All right. Could you guys hear us earlier? I changed my mic. Look, I don't have that big bulky thing now. You guys can see my big old ears, but I changed my mic. I'm trying to do new things. Hopefully we didn't mess it all up. You guys all good? All good? You guys can hear us all right? Tank looking AT. I shaved. Look, I did. I shaved. And I don't know how I feel about it. I feel naked. I felt naked, guys. Where's my beard? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Anyway, guys, yeah, if you guys can hear us, we're just going to mosey on. Brand, of course, pointing it out. First person to point it out. Don't worry. It takes me no time to get it back, guys. Literally, it was like one of those bright ideas. It was after if you guys can't tell, I do jujitsu and stuff like that. And it was really, really humid over here. And I was like, I'm going to shave this. I feel like I can't breathe because I got like allergies and like, spring, whatever, like it's all stuck in my beard. I was like, I'm just going to shave. I had a bright idea. And then like immediately when I shaved, I stepped out of the shower. I was like, I feel like an adolescent. I need Anyway, guys, yeah, don't worry. It'll be back in like 2 days. With that being said, way to make me feel like weird about myself, Bren. Yeah. We're going to jump on into things, guys. We cover a lot of things in the Cosmos ecosystem here. We also talk about things because we have to, that's happening in the cryptoverse. Before we jump on into that, guys, and before we keep making fun of my baby face, if you guys would do me a huge, huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. It really does help us grow. We can only grow with your guys' support. And also, if you guys are big cosmonauts or if you guys just like crypto, the more people that see these videos, the more exposure your favorite ecosystems get, guys. Cosmos. So it's like, you're promoting the Cosmos ecosystem. You're helping us grow. You should feel like a good person. I feel good about it. You should feel good about yourself as well. I'm feeling self-cautious about myself. Now, Brent made me feel that way. But anyway, we're going to jump on into it, guys. First and foremost, is everybody feeling better? We're seeing a little bit of green today, a little bit of green to start this day off. We're not out of the woods just yet, but we are having a little bit of a better day than yesterday. Yesterday, we saw a bunch of selling pressure come on in, not just the crypto market, but the rest of the markets as well. And there was a number of things that not to say that I saw it coming down the road, but I pretty much did see it come down the road. I was hesitant to fully commit myself. So I was telling you guys, be patient. Let me tell you guys before we jump on in, at least my thoughts about why we dealt with what we dealt with. And we could still deal with things right now. But first and foremost, it's because of the feds. I think it was a little bit of an overreaction, to be honest with you, because the markets are just basically responding to the minutes of the meeting that they had back in March, which is crazy that it takes that long for minutes to come out officially. But we're dealing with stuff that we already knew. We talked about, like I always say, and Nick and I always try to remind you guys, the feds are going to do what they got to do to get this inflation under control. Now, can they actually do that? That's an opinion. I don't think so, but some people think that, they are going to drastically do what they need to do to make it happen. And they could be right. But either way, regardless if I think it's going to fix it long term or not, they are for the short term going to do what they have to do. And that is, like they said, each meeting going forward, raise the rates to try to kind of squish down this hyperinflation that they've been ignoring and actually perpetuating themselves for, the past 2 years and that even before that. So they're going to do what they got to do. The market's just kind of overreacted, in my opinion, to the minutes that was out. The reason why it overreacted, now, some people, I'm going to shoot it to you guys straight because that's my commitment to you guys. Some people are out there telling you guys like, yeah, 0.5% is on the table. Let me break it down to you guys because you can't just, there's a saying in this game, don't trust, verify. You could hear these people on social media telling you things and telling you their opinions, but unless you actually dig into it, you're just hearing, it's like a game of telephone. You're just hearing their side of the story and how they interpret what they've gotten in their ear as well. So this is the actual minutes from the Fed's meeting. If you go into, it's page 11. And really, I'm not going to read all of this to you guys, but this is basically the section that you guys want to read on page 11 is this side here. And then this is the summary of what they're doing. I could read all of it to you guys. But when they're saying all of these things like, it's on the table, there was only one member in their meeting that was for a 0.5% increase. The rest of them weren't for that drastic of a change. In support of these goals, the committee decided to raise the target range for the federal funds rate to, I don't know if you guys can even see, to 1/4 to 0.5%, and anticipated that the ongoing increases in the target range would be appropriate. That's the majority of everybody in that meeting. So again, we're kind of more looking at that 1/4 range, and what we've seen in this past raise that they just, our meeting that they just had, and the raise that they just did was more in the line of that. It goes on to saying only one member preferred to raise the target range for the federal funds, by 0.5. So again, yes, it's there, but don't listen to don't listen to everybody saying and hyper focusing on the one bad apple. They're all kind of like sour apples in my opinion, but there was only one real bad apple in that meeting that was being like really hawkish about everything. So it's still out there. They may convince them to like, hey, look, it's not working your way. Let's put the nail into, let's put the hammer to the nail and let's pin this down. But yeah, if you guys see right here again, this is the section that you guys can see for the summary. Nothing that we already didn't know. So that was one of the reasons, just kind of like a market hyper reaction to things that we already were going through. We were already kind of like, this was the anticipation right there. We're on the daily time frame looking for Bitcoin. This is the anticipation and the sell-offs leading up to that first meeting. And then, we heard the meeting and then we kind of just went on and did our thing because we kind of accepted it for what it was. But this, again, is just another kind of reaction to stuff we already knew. So there was that. And then I also kind of want to let you guys know, and forgive me, I don't actually have it up right now, but the other thing that kind of drove us down, if you guys didn't know, another futures ETF was approved. In history, usually when we get futures ETFs approved for Bitcoin and the likes, like we see negative price movement on the charts when that happens, guys. And again, we saw that happen. Like futures ETFs are horrible. They just basically support more manipulation by the traditional markets, more, bleh for the traditional markets. What we really want, and again, there's two sides to the story. There's two sides to a coin to this. But we really want is that spot, that spot listing for Bitcoin, for ETH and stuff like that. With another futures coming out, it's, yes, short term kind of bad, but it does set us up for more, a stronger and stronger argument for a spot. Again, United States is, we're playing catch up with it. Canada already has it. Other places already have it. We're lacking in that area in the traditional market. Eventually it's going to come, and the more futures ETFs that come out, like we're going to get a spot. I honestly do think, like we said yesterday, the setup is happening now. The market movers, the true people that matter, Grayscale, BlackRock and all that stuff, the people that will make that decision and will, push harder than anyone, are setting themselves up. They already know those two companies, they're buying, we just told you guys yesterday, we showed you guys, they are putting Cosmos, not to get far off track, but we're cosmonauts, also into their baskets. They're pushing for their spot listings as well. They will make it happen. If you don't think that our governments and the rest of these governments aren't all in line with them, no, those are the decision makers. If they want it to happen, it's going to happen. They just got to make sure that they get into the right position before they let it happen. Of course, that's what they're doing right now with these regulations. That's what these, officials in our governments are doing right now. It's all because they can't kill it. It's all just suppress it, and choke it all the way almost until this entire life it's out of its, out of its eyes. And then we're going to release it because now we got control. Now we're in a position to do what we want with it. That's really how it's always been. If they can't kill it, if the powers that be cannot kill something, they're going to choke it out until like the last breath, and until they can get into a position and manipulate it going forward. So that's what I think is happening right now. I just wanted to kind of give you guys my insight on why we're seeing what we're seeing. Still, our game is to get in the best position just like them, right? We're not the whales. We have to swim with them. So with that all being said, guys, that's my 2 cents about why we're seeing so much kind of volatility right now. Let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Not much has changed. Same things that we said yesterday, guys. RSIs are coming down on Market Cipher B, lower section of the charts. We are seeing the momentum waves bring us down. It's not that bad, to be honest with you, though. We're still in the positive money flow. You can see it represented here and on here on the charts with the green. So there's that on the daily. I told you guys even on Market Cipher A, we could come back into this triangle pattern that we've been into and come right back down to the 50 SMA. And more than likely is what I'm thinking, that will hold up as support. We're kind of ping pong. I don't know. More than likely as well, we'll probably get rejected off this, which was once resistance. Because we broke through it here, but we'll probably get rejected when we come back up here and kind of just ping pong on the upper side. At least that's what I'm thinking and suspecting or hoping for, the rest of this month, kind of just go sideways up and to the right ever so slowly. Because even if we do that, guys, look at the majority of the bodies of the candles, not necessarily even the wicks, but look at that. We're still trending up into the right. Like, it sucks. It's not those massive movements that we're seeing, but this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Now, of course, that's just kind of what I'm thinking, and what I'm thinking sometimes necessarily doesn't fully play out. So again, just to give you guys full transparency, we could even come back down here, thread through that, and come into the middle section of here as well. And still, even if we were to come, worst case scenario, to retest these levels of support on the bottom of this wedge pattern, not bad. It's still not bad. Long term, we're still trending upwards, right? We're still trending upwards on this support line. And, we're just raising the bar ever so slowly with that price action. So again, guys, be patient. Don't front run things. Don't just look at the charts. It's not all about TA. You have to jump outside and be a fundamentalist. You have to be looking at what's happening geopolitically. You have to jump into the traditional markets to get an understanding of what's happening there, because what happens and all of those sectors is going to influence what you're seeing on the chart. So if you're just like, oh, we're in this kind of pattern right now on the charts, this is the only thing that matters. I'm a chartist. I'm going by my TA. Your TA don't matter. TA right now is, it's to be honest with you, it's like, I want to say it's not worth nothing, but it's really like, you can't trust just the patterns and the TA right now. You just can't. We have all these things happening with the Feds. We have all these things happening, in the markets, traditional markets, with listings and all this other stuff, and not to mention the conflicts out there in the world. This is just what we see here. Honestly, is a delayed reaction on what you're seeing outside of the charts. That's why I consider myself more of a fundamentalist than a chartist. You don't have to be a pro at this. You just have to know basic concepts to, fully understand things, or to get a good gist of what you're looking at. But really, you just have to have a really good understanding and how to digest what's happening out there outside of the charts to first, jump into this mess. I don't know if you got that. That's not a great way to explain that, but hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. This is a delayed response to all that. So keep your eye out on what's happening out there and stop looking at the charts all too much. If you're bullish on an asset and you've done your homework and you're, like I said, convicted, like Bitcoin, like a long term, I'm a bull for Bitcoin. It don't matter. It don't matter, because when I'm in doubt, I just zoom out. Does any of this matter? No, this is just another section in the chart, Anyway, guys, that's what I got for Bitcoin. Real quickly, are we talking about ETH today, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's move on into it real quickly, guys. Look, this is why I don't invalidate these trend lines, right? And they're not perfect either. They wicked in and out right there, or threaded in and out, as I say. We could come down to this 50 SMA, which lines up right to where this trend line is. Guys, that's going to be right around $3,000. I will say, again, forgive me, there's too much stuff happening and there's not enough space on my computer screens to have this many tabs open, so I apologize. But Nick and I were just talking about this, and maybe you guys saw this just recently as well. They're saying ETH right now is valued at, what was it, like $6,000?
6.1, yep.
What was it? Do I have
I could resend it too if you want.
Yeah, if you don't mind, resend it to me real quick. I'm deleting some of these tabs just so we can look at it again. Hold on one second, guys.
Resend.
Right there, boom. Actually, it's right. Yeah, okay, right there. I'm sorry. I did actually have it up. I did. Ether, this is from Woo Blockchain, guys. If you guys don't follow them. You guys got to figure out what's happening outside of our ecosystem too. We're cosmonauts, but like seriously, all this stuff matters, right? Ether is valued at 6,128 based on discounted cash flow model, as Ethereum's upcoming major upgrade could convert the cryptocurrency into an equity-like instrument, according to a recent report by Bloomberg. Guys, you got to pay attention to what these guys are doing. These bigger players, even if you consider them old, like, you know, I'm a dinosaur. I look young. I'm trying to deceive you guys, or myself too, and feel younger. But like, these guys are they're the decision makers. They're the big influencers, guys. If we're going to get mass adoption, we need these guys to move and do certain things. If Bloomberg is putting this out there, guys, they're not dummies. You know, we might say like, oh, they're, you know, whatever. They're not dummies, guys. They're not dummies. If they say that that's what it's worth, like, there's some weight to that. Now, we do have to get there again, but I've always been, you know, regardless of the issues that ETH has, I've always been very bullish on ETH. And I do think it's being suppressed, just like I said earlier. They know what's out there. It's a huge TVL. You know, it's the first out the gate kind of, you know, smart contract. It is what it is. Regardless, it is what it is. With it all coming, they were able to front run it a little bit, suppress it. And I think that's just what ETH is going through right now. I really do think ETH right now, for what it is, even with all its problems, should be $6,000 to $8,000. Like, really, the guys might be like, nah, take you crazy. I'm being serious about that. I really do think that Ethereum should probably be around there, but it's just being suppressed by the powers that be. Now, thankfully, you know, we're in a different space in the Cosmos ecosystem, even though we're dealing with certain things, Juno, you know, there's a lot less front running there in our ecosystem, but it is what it is, right? Like, Ethereum's doing their thing, guys. We just want to point that out to you guys. If you guys are bullish on Ethereum, I even have an Ethereum shirt. I was actually wearing it yesterday. I'm kind of DCAing right now, to be honest with you guys. Hopefully you guys don't crucify me here, but I'm DCAing on Ethereum and Bitcoin right now. Actually, full transparency, I always tell you guys, I forgot to say this yesterday, but I actually bought just a little bit of Bitcoin the other day, when Bitcoin was, you know, again, I apologize, but when Bitcoin came down here, actually on the daily, it was a couple days ago, back on March, when it came right back down here and touched this line, I bought me like 0.1 Bitcoin. It was a lot, but I'm DCAing into those things. And right now, I'm just kind of waiting. I bought a little bit more Ethereum as well right now, guys. And I have some orders set for this 50 SMA. Not financial advice, just telling you guys, I'm actually still DCAing into these things. You got to be diversified, guys. You got to be diversified. Anyway, we're going to move on, guys. We're going to move on. You guys already know the levels that I've shared with you guys before. If you guys are new, you know, feel free to ask us in our Discord or in the chats. I will go over it, but just for the sake of everybody that's been here for a while, I don't want to stick and just keep talking about these other things outside of the Cosmos ecosystem. But 200 SMA strategy, yada, yada, yada. You guys know we could come down to 1888. If we have like a real bloodbath, we could come down to the 50 SMA, which is again $3,000. If I forgot to say that for Bitcoin, again, same thing, guys. It's actually up here. I have so many charts for Bitcoin. We could come down here, literally all the way back down to $30,000. I have buy orders there as well, guys. Again, on the SMA, we could come down and retest. Admittedly, I actually have to move this. I didn't actually get I didn't actually get recaptured here. I have to move it on Ethereum, I think. But again, we could come down to 36.45 total average move down once the 200 SMA gets broken. So that leads us right around $30,000. Guys, be careful. Don't front run things. Never overextend, and practice proper risk management. DCA. We're going to move on into Luna. I think I'm going out of order, Nick, but we're going to go on into Luna. Stop me if anybody has any thing they want to talk about with these things, though. Again, you know the trend line that I have up, guys. We're doing just fine. We were up pretty well, actually, for Luna just recently. We came all the way up here to just about 119. I think it was 119 on some exchanges. We're back down to 103. Yes, definitely could come down to 100. Guys, that's why I leave these things here. Definitely, these SMAs, these SMAs are super, super important. 50, 200 SMA, keep it simple. I love that saying in life. When people like overcomplicate things, that's when you get mixed signals. When you start crossing wires, really just keep it simple is my subtle suggestion to everybody when you're doing TA. You don't really need to get all technical about it. Like 50 SMA, super important. 200 SMA, like you pick whatever SMA you want, but that's just my suggestion. And then, just watch them. Those are important SMAs by bots and humans. I keep saying that they trade them all day long. This is my small bag DCA for the stream. If it comes down to 100, I'm telling you guys, even today, comes down to 100, I'll buy it right now. I'll buy it on stream. That's my shorter term DCA. And then I have, of course, because the 200's there and we could always break below it. The last time we broke below it and I don't know if it'll ever do it again like this because the whole platform and environment for Terra and things like that, now that they bought so much Bitcoin, is different. But we broke below it about 47% below the 200 SMA. If we have blood in the street, guys, that's the only thing we can go by taking a guess on the move below the 200 SMA. I just don't ever see it getting down this low. But if we're being real and things don't necessarily repeat themselves but rhyme, let's just go like not full drama, but 45%. And it does exactly what it did in the past here. That would bring us down to $34. Like, again, just don't think that's going to happen. But just because I don't know it all, and sometimes what I think actually can't happen does happen, be real, guys. Just because you think things can't happen, it can happen. This is crypto. I literally do have buy orders here on my bigger personal long-term bags for Luna because I want some more of this, which again, guys, I go by fours or in quarters. Every single DCA position that I take after the first initial position that I buy is always a reinforcement buy, which means I have more positions in that second, third, or fourth buy, going down, 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 down. Every single one of them have to back up. I have to be bringing more reinforcements to the battlefield each time I buy. So that's just the way I do it, guys. It helps me average my initial buy level like drastically if you do it that way, guys. It takes some discipline, it takes some patience, and it definitely takes some homework in your own capital even to kind of like practice it, but it really, really helps, guys. Again, it's just, imagine if you were like, oh yeah, I'm bullish, threw it all right here. Now you got to wait for that moment. And it took, even just right now, it took, what was this? You threw it in right there at the top. It took 101 days to get back there. 101 days. If you're able to be patient, be a student to your own homework and game plan and stuff like that, and just practice it and be disciplined, you could put a filler buy there. Second one reinforces that one right there. So again, your average buy would be more like here. And then if it goes down even further, you got more reinforcements right here. It again brings it to be about right here. And then you're like, let's just say you caught the bottom, you're banging it right there. And then like most of your positions, because this buy right here reinforced everything else here. So it brings it down to more realistically here. And then you didn't have to wait that long. You just didn't have to wait that long, guys. So again, that's where I'm coming from when I say all those things. Be patient, guys. Be realistic with it. Don't over hopium yourself. Sometimes you need to go look in the mirror and slap yourself like, hey, bring yourself back to earth. Come down. Let's talk about Adam. This is our favorite cousin, Luna, and this is our favorite child, Adam. We're going to talk about Adam, guys. Still doing absolutely great. Worst case scenario, we could start DCAing right around $20, $21. That's the SMA strategy that I've been sharing with you guys. That brings us to right around 36.55% once the SMA or the 200 SMA does not hold up as support. Admittedly, I actually have to move this and do another recalculation because as you can see, we actually broke through it right here. So I have to bring this into the equation here and recalculate. That's 16. So honestly, I think it's going to, like I said, probably move it back up closer to like $21. Nothing crazy, right? But it does bring up that average a little bit and move the marker just a smidget. Again, though, kind of, just an area to guesstimate on where you should maybe be deploying capital for a long-term DCAing strategy. Again, that is right around $20, $21 to be conservative. If we see like a real sell-off, some bad news bears stuff happen in the market, we could come all the way down there and just be on our way, or we can even wick down below because nobody knows the floor and then be on our way. But on average, we can see that this is showing us we should find a flooring position, which looks like this on the charts, which kind of looks like, if you guys can see over my big fat head, this on the charts, a flooring position where the valley kind of like flattens out here from the mountaintop, and the valley here, the bottom of the bowl kind of flattens out a little bit. So that's the flooring that I'm talking about here. On average, that would be around here for the past breaks underneath the 200 SMA. That's $36.55, $20, $21. Short term, guys, I'm trying to see. Let me fix this, actually. Let me fix this. I'm trying to see if we can recapture. This probably will get invalid because I will probably move this if it goes on for like the rest of the remaining of this week and it actually doesn't recapture this line. It could even doesn't fully even have to recapture. It can just come back up and kind of thread in and out, or retest it and retest it and retest it. I'm going to leave that there for the time being. It does look like I might have to move that though, but I want to see if that comes back up here. Honestly, if I zoom out though, we are still just in this, I could actually even do a couple of other things right here and kind of like play around with a couple of lines, like shorter term and stuff like that even. And excuse me, I'm dying. Excuse me while I die over here. Even if I wanted to, how do I make this look better? Like the bodies of the candles, right? Just like not even do the wicks because that's not really working for me. We could do something like that and just see like right now if it holds up right around this level of support, $25, $26 or whatnot. I'm not really concerned with short term, so I never really, but if you guys want me to start doing stuff like that, I can. I'm not really concerned because I'm not that kind of investor, or like, I'm not your typical day trader. I don't worry about flipping it every single day. I try to get myself into a position where I don't have to worry about that. So, that's what I have right here on my chart, and that's what I share with you guys. But if you guys want, we can get definitely into more. I don't like promoting that stuff because that's the chop. That's where people get diced and sliced up and people start complaining about stuff because they're impatient and all this other blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with what I got right here, guys. This is a long game. This isn't a short game. So, yeah, let's take a look at Market Cipher B real quick though before we move on from our favorite child. Got to give a little bit extra attention to your favorite child. We are back in a negative money flow right here. You can see it simply on the lower section of the charts. This bar right here, guys, is a real simple way to figure out what money flow is looking like on the time frames. Again, we're on the daily time frame. You can see that we were in the positive money flow being the green, and now we are back in the negative money flow, meaning so there's more selling pressure than there is buying pressure in the markets right now for Atom. It is what it is, guys. It's not bad. It's not overall bad, to be honest with you. At least right now from what I'm seeing, but we'll see when options close this Friday. We'll see what happens or throughout the weekend price actions kind of usually, so just be patient, guys. Just be patient. Again, I do have buy orders. Just waiting. Let's move on. Did I miss anything, by the way?
Nope, you're good to go. Okay, just make sure you hit that like button.
Oh, please do, guys. Please help us out. Please do us a favor. If you guys have been here, you guys haven't taken a moment, go ahead. I'll wait because I'm going to drink some coffee. It takes you no time at all. Press that little thumbs up button that they have. If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe. Tell your auntie, tell your mother, tell your brother. Like I always say, it really does help us out. And we if you guys are supportive to a small channel like this that are just trying to keep it real, trying to keep it 100 with you guys, it does help quite a bit. You guys don't like, for a smaller channel like us, it really helps get exposure, and it really does boost our viewings, which obviously that's what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to get exposure for the Cosmos ecosystem and help you guys out as best as we possibly can. Not financial advice, but give you guys some food for thought, things to think about at least going forward. Go ahead, I'll wait. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I don't know why I always drink my coffee like that, by the way. I feel like I'm in a Coke commercial when I drink my coffee. Like I'm like the best. Gotta like drink it like that at a side profile for some reason. I should just drink it like this right in front of you guys' face. For whatever reason, that makes it weirds me out. Here, I'm gonna do it again though. What do you guys think? You guys think I can get on a commercial? No? Okay, never mind. All right.
Yeah, that jawline. Get you on that commercial.
This big nose of mine. Well, look, guys, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Every single time I drink coffee, do you guys have this as well? Like these mugs, I love these kind of mugs, right? But like the little like condensation that always right there. I got such a big nose that it like lands on it, and like every single time I gotta wipe it off. Wipe the snout. What? That's big nose problem. Sorry, guys. Just getting personal about my problems. Anyway, let's move on. And we're walking. Let's jump into it, guys. First and foremost, just shout outs to my state. I just want to let you guys know the Tennessee Titans, guys, will now accept Bitcoin for payment. Big news. You guys don't understand. I live in Tennessee, not big. I was born and raised in Hawaii, by the way, like on a small little island out in the middle of nowhere. But I really love living in the States. I didn't think so. I've been here for quite some time now, more than half my life. But like, I really do love the state of Tennessee. Never has let me down so far. Yeah, we're just... If you guys like crypto, Tennessee's doing big things. They're actually even put it on just recently. They put on big things have actually happened in the adoption of crypto here. We literally, one of our, and it doesn't matter what side you are on the aisle, but I think it was a Democrat that just put out, out there to legislation to get Bitcoin on the books for the state of Tennessee, for them to start accepting investing into blockchain or Bitcoin directly. So that's up for vote. And recently, a big thing that just recently happened in the courtrooms of Tennessee. I can't remember, guys. Remind me. I know you guys know this, but a really big, case that should affect all of us that are staking our atoms and stuff like that was just won. Well, not won, but a verdict was granted to this couple that overpaid in their taxes and then got the IRS to refund, their overpayment because of how they were viewed with their crypto staking holdings. Like, they taxed them on stuff that they didn't even get. So they took them to court, and they actually got a positive judgment in their favor, which set the precedents for us, guys, that stake our assets, guys. That was huge. So again, that happened in Tennessee. And now another great thing happening in Tennessee, guys, Tennessee Titans taking Bitcoin for payment. And I think they're going to be doing, a lot of other things. You could buy tickets, you could buy, suites and stuff like that there. Food and beverage. Other NFL teams will probably do the same. That's a huge market. It's not just the teams, but there's a whole thriving economy. They're diehard NFL fans, guys. Like, that's big deal. That's a big deal. I'm super weird. I'm so weird, man. I know. Don't make me feel bad. Anyway, just kind of wanted to give a shout out, guys. Yeah, this where I live. You guys want to come find me? Let's roll. Anyway, let's move on. Enough shout outs, guys. We're going to get into Juno. We got to get into Juno. Of course, Wolf Contract just put this out there. I'm sure all of you guys already know this, but we got to talk about it. If you guys don't know, and you guys have been just walked away, which maybe probably would have been healthy for a lot of us to do and stop looking at everything. But Wolf Contract put out that, we should expect something, or the Juno network to go live back at 2100 UTC, which I think, remind me again, guys, I think that's 4 or 5 o'clock Central Time. What is that? 21 UTC is 4 or 5 o'clock. 5. I don't know. Somewhere around there. So hopefully segueing, we're not going to talk about it just yet, guys, but hopefully, I know a lot of you guys have been having withdrawals with your castle withdrawal. Like, I want to get back in my castle too, guys, and get in the dungeons and all that stuff. Been having really bad withdrawals about what's happening there. But hopefully we'll be able to get in with our castle play time. Hopefully they inflate the castle and we can go bouncing in it again, guys. So heads up, today's the day. So they say that we should be seeing something, happen. See what happens when I drink so much coffee so fast? With Juno, we should go back live again, guys. Who here is still bullish for Juno? Are you guys still bullish on Juno? Thank you, Charles. I do. I look dashing, don't I? Are you guys still bullish on it? 5 p.m. Thanks, Brent. Yes. Nick, are you still bullish on Juno? Excuse me, Mike.
Yes, sir.
I'm still bullish on Juno. I haven't sold a single one of my staking, guys. It is what it is. I've told you guys so many times. Some people I know are bailing out. I told you guys, it's kind of weird. We were saying it. And we were saying it for totally different reasons, but it's just totally weird that Max Payne was going to be, especially for Juno, the 6th and 7th. And we're still not out of the woods, guys. When it comes back live, look, some people are just going to be like, no, I'm done. Especially with this too. We're not out of the woods yet. So if you guys have been buying, good, great. If you haven't bought these levels already, great. I'm happy for you. But don't think we're out of the woods yet. By far. There's still some people, and they're totally like legit to think this, they're right, that are going to get out. They're going to have their wallet reactivated again. They're going to be able to sell again. They're going to be like, nope, chain went down. There's too much blah here. There's too much blah there. I just want out. I don't care. So we're not out of the woods yet, guys. Seriously, we could go down to $14, $15. We could go down to those levels that I showed you guys before, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I know some people have bought just recently. I saw it all on Twitter, like I bought $20 and they're like, yeah, and they're all promoting it. Great. Good on you. Please do not neglect to tell people the real deal, that the fear is still out there, and the disappointment for some people, and they're fully right to think this, are still out there. They're going to sell, period. They're going to sell. So we are not out of the woods just yet, guys. I'm super bullish on Juno, but please be smart. Don't front run the narrative that's out there. Be real. Like I told you, you could stare at this all you want, but you better be paying attention to all that out there, and better be like considering other people's feelings. It's not about you. It's about everything else. That's how it is. That's how it is. Matter of fact, I want to segue into this. Somebody made, forgive me. We were talking in our Discord, but one of our Discord members said, you know what it feels like to be in crypto right now? It feels like being in an abusive relationship. And I was like, I kind of laughed. I was having my first cup of coffee, and I was like, you know what being in Juno actually is though? Oh, not Juno, in crypto actually is? It's being the abuser. Now, hear me out, guys.
Yo.
It is. Look, if you guys want to last in this game, you need to stop thinking like a victim and more like a predator. You need to start thinking more like somebody that is abusing these assets and not being abused. So that means waiting for your time to strike, waiting for when everybody else feels bad to start getting those assets, to start getting those I feel good about myself points. Seriously, guys, think about that. Like, what I give out here is mind state messages. That's all I want. Not financial advice. I want you guys to think differently if you guys aren't thinking like this. You need to be the abuser. You need to be abusing these situations, these assets. If you didn't get in and spank the bottom of these assets, then you weren't in the right position. You weren't in the best position. You need to be the one waiting for the crying and the fear and the emotional breakdowns. You need to be the one laughing when everybody's crying. Seriously, that's what it means to be in crypto. That's what it means to be financially free in crypto, well vested in crypto, and in positions to dominate in crypto. You need to be the predator. Think about it, guys. Seriously. Like people like I seen, again, it was just, I just kind of want to bring that up because I was like, man, people still don't, not that you didn't get it, but I was like, people, like I see that all the time. Like, it's like being in an abusive relationship, whatever it is. Like, no. But yeah, I guess it is. But like, you're looking at it at the wrong kind of thing. Like, if you feel that way, let's change that so that you're the bad guy. Tony Montana said it the best. People like you need people like me. Like, for real, guys. I'm the bad guy. You want to be that bad guy. Anyway, let's go on. Again, we're going to go into a little bit more Juno stuff, guys. As you can see here, attackers use this known COSM bug. If you guys weren't watching around the node, guys, if you guys don't, I'm going to promote them right now. I don't actually have them, but it's Game of Nodes. They're on YouTube. It's a bunch of nodes that validators that do a lot of the work, a bunch of devs and stuff like that, real people that do the work. They have a YouTube channel. If you guys weren't there watching that or like listening to it, I think they also do a podcast. Do that, please. I highly recommend it, guys. No matter what you think about certain people or all that stuff, you need to be in the know. Game of Nodes is one of those. They have even a set schedule. Look them up after. Don't do it right now. Write it down. Don't do it right now. Don't you leave over here. I'm giving you now. Don't you leave me. But look them up, guys. If you guys didn't get to watch that, and they explained it quite well as best they could in layman's terms to us little people that don't understand code and stuff like that. But as you guys can see here on this thread, they really broke down what actually happened here. So I just kind of want to point it out to you guys. It's a long thread. It's very technical. if you guys want, I think I'm saying this right. Asif. I don't know. I'm horrible. Apologies, friend. But check out their thread. You can see it clearly, right? Just write it down, take a picture. I don't know what they say in that movie. But yeah, it breaks it down. If you guys don't know, they have found a way, obviously, to fix it. So we should see what happens later on today. But I just kind of want to point it out if you guys didn't fully understand just yet what happened. They broke it down really good here. Of course, our favorite person in the whole wide world, CCN, now just recently is like, hey, trying his thing. I just want to share this because it's funny. I like to read like the responses to people. He has a long thread again, trying to tell people now that he wants to just give back to his clients. He just wants to give it back to his clients. But it's kind of funny. Just recently though, you were giving away Juno to people, trying to influence them on Twitter. Now, some of you guys might have done it. I'm not shaming you. I didn't do it. I'm not playing that game. You keep your dirty Juno. I don't want none of that. Some people got to do what they got to do. So maybe you guys gave them their address. It's fine. It's fine. I'm looking at you though. Anyway, no, I'm just, you do you, boo. You got to do what you got to do. But, you know, I don't want to say blood money or dirty money was given away freely just recently because you were trying to influence people. Now, all of a sudden, now that you see things are, you know, happening, you're like, wait, I want to just give away. I want to give it back to my peoples. Did your people say it was cool that you were giving away all that stuff? Nah, man. Did you give any of those profits that you were making? You didn't even tell them that they had Juno from their atom bags? Nah, man, no. I ain't having none of that. Don't even look. Get out of here, mister. Get out of here. I don't believe you none. No, I don't even care. I don't even care about like the whole, you should have got it. You're going to take it from me kind of thing. You lying. Talk to the hand. Girl, please. Anyway, we're going to move on, guys. It's funny. Look at all these. Burn it. Absolutely. This is one of my favorite. Yeah, you can just some men just like to watch the world. It's just great. It's so comical. Sometimes I just want to look for stuff just to laugh because it's so much drama. But yeah, we're going to move on. I just thought that was funny. What do you guys think? You think we should give it back to him? Huh? You guys think? Huh? You guys want to burn it? I got matches somewhere. Not here, but somewhere. I'll find some. I'll burn it or rub two sticks together and burn it. But yeah, it's not even for me anymore. It's not even. One, I'm just getting sick and tired of things. And two, it's not about the money, homie. It's about the principle. You guys ever watch Friday? Nah, Smokey. It's about the principle of things. It's not even about the money. Anyway, moving on, guys. We're going to talk about STELLA swap. Burn it. Guys, this is not like breaking. This was actually on the 6th. So yesterday this came out, guys. Major. If you guys are sitting on UST right now, I can't look that. I'm not gonna look at the chat. You guys are hilarious. Check out STELLA swap, guys. Again, guys, check out this tweet right here. UST double rewards now on STELLA swap. Real quick, you guys can see it. You guys can check it out yourselves. I took a peek at their platform over here. It's real interesting stuff. Over here on STELLA swap. Might be the play, guys. Might be the place to be. Obviously I got to connect. I haven't connected nothing, but it looks good, guys. You can get in all kinds of USDC. Darn it. I just lost where I was. Now I don't know where to go anymore. Connect my wallet. I don't want to connect my wallet. Nah, go back here. No, wherever I lost where I was though. They got vaults. So they have, Ethereum and stuff like that. I believe they have Ethereum, right? USD. If they have USDC, they have Ethereum. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Beam. I could have just done this. AVAX, dude, Beam, guys, check out this platform. You guys got some UST just sitting around. You might want to do that. I'm taking a look at it. Just letting you guys know, I'm taking a look at it. Glimmer, yeah. You guys, I'm telling y'all, you got to look over the fence sometimes. You ain't cheating on nobody. Look, you ain't cheating. It's all right. Just because we're cosmonauts. You can look over the fence. You can go have a pie over there at Mrs. Barker's house or whatever. It's cool. You just come and sleep over here. That's all I'm saying. We're in an open relationship. You can go over there. Just don't cross the street. Just don't cross the street. This coffee is really good, guys. I'm being super silly today. I'm sorry. Let's go on into the next. Okay, look. This is an alpha. This isn't anything, but I'm going to say it right now. I don't give out financial advice, but I know if Nick could do this, look into my eyes. Look into my eyes when I say this to you. You looking? All right, stop looking at my eyes. It's getting weird. You see what I'm pointing at right now? Everybody talking about Nomic and all this other stuff. I know Sonny just said it as well. I'm still bullish on Nomic. I'm not fighting it. Guys, compound your Nomic. You never know who's going to win. It's not about who wins, right? But like, there. That's the only thing I'm going to say to you guys about Alexar. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Just letting y'all know. Moving on. Oh, nope. I'm not moving on. This is what Alexar looks like. Yeah, my belly button. You guys, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about real quick, okay, this is kind of rando and nothing, is another exchange, guys, DEMEX, or DEMEX. I'm a dummy. I can't even say it. DEMEX? DEMEX. Can't say stuff. This is a decentralized exchange, and to kind of why I'm bringing it up, this is ties with the SWTH or Carbon token on Osmosis, guys. If you guys, we were joking, Nick and I were talking about like, man, if I could set limit orders, right now with some of these assets, especially on Osmosis and stuff like that, like, man, I'd have majority of my capital probably just all limited up all over the place. You can do this here. I'm not telling you guys to do it, but I'm just letting you guys know this is a decentralized exchange that lets you get into multiple different things. You can stake, pools, trade, derivatives, yada, yada, yada. Now it's, you got to do your research on this stuff. I just want to point other, avenues or angles for you guys to use if you guys want to set some limits and stuff like that. Like, you can do this here. As you guys can see here, the SWIFT token being used for this platform. SWIFT token. I swear when I see SWTH, Nick, I just want to say SWIFT all the time. Look, I hate, you know what? I'll even be honest with Atom and Cosmos too. Can we just call it one thing and be done with it? Why is it always like Carbon and then SWTH? Can we just anyway, yeah. You can see ETH over here, BUSD. You can get an Atom, obviously. You can get into AVAX in many different ways. Cello, you guys can see it here. BNB, GRT. They still need to. Remember when I was telling you guys, I like to get into platforms that have enough tokens for me to duck, dodge, move. If you can dodge this wrench, you can dodge a ball kind of thing. In my opinion, I'd like to see more. You can get 1 inch and stuff like that, exposure to 1 inch and stuff like that. But I'd like to see a little bit more. But they do have the majority of the more popular ones, right, outside of the Cosmos ecosystem and stuff like that. But just kind of wanted to let you guys know something to look at, just something to look at, not telling you guys to do anything, just giving you guys, what's that over there? It's just something to look at. So yeah, just wanted to bring that up. And then again, kind of like I did just a second ago with Alexar, I do want to just look at my eyes, Look, I'm not telling you financial advice. Stop looking again. It's weirding me out. Look, I'm all for this whole staring contest thing, but whenever you guys look in my eyes, it starts making me feel uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good at it. Whatever. But yeah, Quicksilver, guys. Read the threads. Every asset that they onboard, the airdropping, it's going to be if they just keep could you imagine Osmosis and them telling you early on, hey, if you hold some of this, every single one of them that we onboard, we're going to give you an airdrop of that token. They've committed to that. Every single one of them, you're going to get an airdrop. Look in my eyes. Quicksilver. I'm not going to tell you to do anything, but I'm telling you to look over there. Anyway, yeah. Do your homework though. You guys can see, look it up, all this stuff. I'm gonna get me some exposure for sure. Who knows? I don't know everything, but I'm telling you. What's that? Quicksilver. Let's move on into an AMA. Because I don't got nothing else to talk about. The markets are what they are. I want to talk about FOT. I want to talk about all that stuff, but we can't until our precious Juno comes back. So if you guys want to talk about more things, I've got plenty of time. Look, we're way ahead of schedule. It's only 10:08. It's only 10:08. I usually get here when it's like 10:35 or something like that. I feel good about myself. Told you I was trying. And that was with me being silly and everything. What y'all want to talk about? Got any questions?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on RANGO Exchange? It's from MH.
I told y'all about RANGO Exchange about not a month ago. I've been watching them, and I think, look, hold on, let me bring them up, actually. Let me bring them up. Are they still saved here? RANGO. Yeah, see, look, boom, it's there. I was talking about it a while ago. Actually, I was disappointed. I did this like back in December and stuff like that. Like when I get it. Things change. I get it, whatever. But I actually partook in this. You can actually see, I'll connect my wallet. Oh, did they do something new here? Did you do something? Oh, no, I think it's because I might have connected my wallet. I think this is the IBC wallet, so you might not be able to see it. Hold on a second. Let me do this over here, and I'll bring it right back. Yeah, I don't want you guys to see my stuffies, my goodies. Am I on that? No, I'm on mine. Weird. They must have done something. Weird. Yeah, you can see. Oh, yeah. Weird. It was on mine. They must have connected. You can see like back here on the 12th of December, like they were like, just do a swap and you'll get something. So like I swapped. I did like a teeny bitty swap. You can see it right here. It wasn't much, right? Like just a little bitty swap. And then I still didn't get, like, I missed it by like a day or two. But I was super interested. I was even looking at back there in December. I think they're super interesting. I think they, have definitely been working on things. Obviously, you saw I had to update my wallet and stuff like that. They're still, why does it keep doing it? It says connect my wallet, but you can see my history. Huh? Disconnect my wallet? Whatever. What are you doing there? What are you doing? It's weirding me out. I don't like being weirded out. But they have a swap. Obviously, we're on the swap right here. Luna, they have ETH. They have UST. I think they have USDC. No? USDT. So they have that. ETH, BNB, like I said, ADA, AVAX, DOT, the majors, right? The majors, even Doge, if you're into that kind of stuff. Matic, Crow, all this. Like it's really, look at our favorite child all over the place. They have a lot of potential. You know what we should do, Nick? We should make a video explaining the inside, because I don't think we've done like an actual we haven't done a dedicated video in a while, actually. So we should do that. They have this whole affiliate thing as well. They could do really, really well. So, and like they've been flying under the radar, and admittingly, as an investor, like that's where you want to start looking when everybody else is looking at the madness over here. You want to figure out like who's been working steadily and doing stuff under the radar over here and not getting the push or the hype yet. Obviously that's, you want to get in on that train first. But yeah, like that's good bring up. Well, I'll leave this up here actually, and I'll try to take a look at it later, and I'll give you a more dedicated opinion about it all. Anyway,
else?
What was that?
Whenever you're ready. I got another one if you're ready.
Yeah.
So Medusa asked KAVA ? I'm assuming she probably maybe look at the chart.
KAVA has actually been doing really well. I actually looked at this earlier. Where's my KAVA? Boom. So obviously don't look at that part, right? But like we know multiple other ones that kind of look like that as well. But like if you look, this is on the daily. Again, remember this is on the daily. Yeah. Look at that, guys. We were just talking about KAVA. Like I had my, with their, what do they call it? Surge or whatever. Admittingly, I don't want to say they did it. Maybe like I could have like read between them, but it was like their swap surge or whatever, or pool or whatever it was. I thought it was their lending surge that they had for USD. So I got like really hyped up about it recently. And I was like, oh, never mind. But they are just like RANGO doing work behind the scenes and like don't get the push, much like ROWAN and sFOT. Like people seemingly kind of forgot about that. They are all building KAVA, sFOT, RANGO. They're all sitting there doing their thing, developing things, and like nobody's paying attention to them really. Like some people are, but nobody's really paying attention to them. All of them really could do really good things. And just like I just said, you want to be looking at those guys when everybody else is staring over here and like focused on, the narrative and stuff like that that's being talked about. Guys, just look at this right now on KAVA's daily. Like this looks really good. Even throughout that little selling that we had, right? Look, we're in a pretty good candle right now. It went up today, guys, 482. You got, and they have surges. Like again, I have KAVA on here too. It's not hard. Like see right there, boom, because I use it a lot. They have their surges coming up here soon, guys. There's swap surges going on right now. The one that I'm really bullish on and waiting for. They already had Atom in a Akash surge for their lend, guys. You know what the play was right here? The play was Akash. The play was Akash when they had this come out. You know why? Let me. I'll do it again here. You know, hindsighting, so I don't know how much it matters, but their surge is still going on right now. Look at that. You can get 63.26% on your rewards. Of course, KAVA pays you in KAVA and hard, which is their variation of a stable coin. But then on top of that, for lending out your Akash, if you guys, like when they came out with this, if you guys were looking at Akash, where's my Akash right here? Like, if you guys don't know, Akash has been doing really freaking well lately. Let me see here. Boom. Like, look, again, this 200 SMA strategy that I shared with you guys before, right? Look at this. Crazy. It's crazy how this just works out that way. Look at that. I made this back when it was coming, like actually when it was coming down right here, right? Like I wanted to know. 52.01. Look at that wick. Comes exactly. This is a great example. Some people might be like, your 200 SMA strategy is whatever. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're patient, this is a great example of that 200 SMA strategy working extremely, like, to a T, to a freaking T. I did this back here. Measure, right? Look at this wick right here. It comes down exactly to where, on average, came back down and pulled away. Guys, they did that lend thing anyway, to go back to my original point on KAVA, back kind of somewhere around here, somewhere around there. But even right now, it's where we're at right now, 28.8% for the KAVA, for the Akash price. At its peak was 52%. If you were just lending out your Akash right here and you bought it back down there at the bottom, if you guys have been here and I've, got that 200 SMA strategy and stuff like that, and you bought that, bro, you guys are out massive. And then the great thing about KAVA is you can literally take this out. Lickety split. All you're doing is lending it. In, out. Of course, the longer you're in it, the more rewards you get. And the beautiful thing about KAVA, guys, is when you look at your rewards here, you can see that when you claim your rewards, you can wait. You have to defer gratification for 1 month or whatnot. Kind of like increases stability on their platform. I get it. Some people are like, I can't get it right now. Whatever. Look, it's a business, right? Like, so anyway, they have 1 month where you can take it, and then you can take your rewards and just be on your way. So you can supply, take your stuff out, protect yourself, wait 1 month for your stuff and get, but no added bonus onto it. If you want to do that for 1 month, you don't want to wait, or you could delay gratification for a whole year. And it, on top of that great APY you just got, which was 60 something percent for lending out your Akash, you can get on your rewards an extra 500% bonus at the end of that year if you delay it for 1 whole year. That's crazy. That is absolute. So here to go back to it, guys, to give you guys some alpha right now. Look, if and when, because they're going to do this, these surges on their lend program only last so long. Oops. Let me go back here. It's actually, let me go here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Right here. They are going to have one of them for UST. Look, that's the one you want to get in, because it might not be 1700% if you're the first mil in. Again, let me show you how it kind of breaks down. All of them are a little bit different, but like if you're the first mil of liquidity in, you get exposure on your rewards up to 17. We're back for Atom. It was 1700%. Almost said 17,000, 1700%. That's insane. And then I could delay gratification on top of that for 12 months and get 500 more percent on my rewards. And I can go in and out. You better believe I am watching very closely for when UST surge comes out. And even if I don't get that, but get, 200 to 500%, because Akash was a little bit different. Akash, I believe on theirs, it was like, let me go back here. Let me go back. Akash was, boom, boom, boom. A cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. A boom, boom. Like first mil was 287%. Could you imagine if you bought that bottom on that 200 SMA break strategy, you bought your majority of your Akash right there, you wrote it up on just price appreciation alone for Akash, 50 something percent, and then you were able to yank that out. Like it did take, look, if you look at Akash, you could just sit there for 1 freaking month. For what is this? I don't think it's a month, but like, well, actually, let's say you bought that right there. Let's say, what was this? Boom, to now. 42 days, little over a month, and you took profits there, whatever it was. You're super strict about stuff. 42 days. And right now, even you're up 38% just on price appreciation. And then on top of that, if you're the first mil of liquidity in Akash, you were getting exposed to 287%. And then you delayed gratification even further on your rewards. You got 500% on top of that on your rewards in 12 months. That's how you make some money, guys. That's how you make stupid money. And because the beautiful thing is you could just take it out. Like, oh, I'm done. Let me just take my lent out Akash out of the supply. Bada bing, bada boom, you're out. You got your stuff. You can go back and sell it. Whatever you want. You flip it, right? Do whatever you want. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Don't sell yourself short. Stop not looking at KAVA. Pay attention, especially to their lend surges. Now, if you get into a little bit more degen stuff where like you're borrowing against the stuff you lend, yeah, you open up the can of worms to a lot of other like risk factors. But if you're just getting in, lending, reaping those benefits, you're the first mil, even the second, whatever it is, and you're just a crazy person and just like, super disciplined about things, guys. I'm telling you, that's how you make that money. Secret sauce, right? It's the secret sauce. Patience is the game. It's not about like hitting it hard each and every swing. Patience, Daniel-san. Wait for that one. Wait for the pitcher to get exhausted. Wait for his ball. This guy's wait for his balls to get slowed down. It's not so bad. But wait for the pitch. Wait for the lobs. Don't swing at those 90-mile-per-hour balls. Swing when he's exhausted and like I can't even say this with a straight face anymore. Dang it, this is going so bad. When 80, 70-mile-per-hour balls. Damn it. Why does it gotta sound like that? Anyway. You guys get what I'm saying. Patience, Daniel-san. Patience. Next question. I'm sorry, that was a rant.
From Simon, is Comdex a steal right now?
Yes. J2000, thank you so much for that, by the way. Comdex, hell to the yeah. We covered this yesterday. Actually, a lot of people have been asking us, Nick, about Comdex. And I've actually been asking myself about Comdex as well, I guess. But if you look at Comdex on the chart, like, we talked about this yesterday, like underneath it's when it first lists, we talk about all the time, so these projects that get listed, right? Like you are the liquidity, you are the relief. These people that front ran everybody are selling into the retail. And that's why we see these kind of things right here on the charts. Very few assets actually have those kind of releases. Most of them have allocations to early investors or angel investors that help boost or do, it is what it is. They are what they are. They're good for something, but like you just don't want to be the people they sell into. Anyway, when it finally floored here and made a super reversal, like it really did look like right here was like a good flooring position because it was like past support over here, like, yeah, dipped down a little bit below, but then it held a little bit below that. So I was thinking, man, anything under $2 was great. Then, it kind of delayed a little bit more for CMDX and their platform. And then like interest started kind of waning and falling off or whatnot. But if they can literally, if you guys haven't played, I played along or played in their testnet. If you guys are bullish on synthetics, if you guys are bullish and stuff like that, if they can produce a working, even semi acceptable working platform with their protocols and mechanisms, being good and not having hiccups and things, which is the thing that scares me the most is when you're talking about synthetic assets, like their pegs and their protocol and their mechanisms to make sure things actually work right within their system has to be on point. And there's a lot of things with that could definitely, get a wrench thrown into. But if they even come close to just like launching an acceptable platform that has minimal hiccups, I think even right now, anything under $1.50, anything that even $2 still is a steal. But yeah, practice proper risk management. Never throw all of your capital, I would suggest, in one position. I'm a big believer in DCAing. If you guys are new to the channel, like, you'll hear me talk about like how I do it later. I won't go into it because I've said it so many times before, but I do my things in fours. It should, protect you against any further downwards momentum. It's hard for me to think that, or it's hard for me to say we can't go any lower, because obviously we can. There's a lot of, you know, wrenches that can definitely be thrown in this project. So $1 to 50 cents is a legit thing that can happen. Make sure you have capital for that. But if you just feel like you have to buy this right now, put a filler buy out there. I think it's a good thing. I think Nick's not so much bullish on synthetics. I'm interested. Just because I like being diversified. For that fact alone, just for that, I have in the traditional markets, and then physically I have gold, silver, and stuff like that. But I liked being diversified. You know, they are what they are. They're good for certain things. So moving on. Later, Noah. Sorry, I didn't see that. Blue.
So, J2000 asked, was Tank so bored yesterday with no Fortis he shaved?
Yes. I'm having withdrawals. I was literally looking in the mirror. Like, you guys ever watch Half Baked? Yeah, hold on. You guys want to know a little alpha right here? I just learned today, and I'm totally judging him, still judging him, that Nick has not watched Half Baked. Have you guys watched Half Baked? I'm sorry. Where
I think you remember it's a boomer thing, man.
It's not a boomer thing. It's one of the funniest, whatever. You remember that? If you guys have watched it, you guys remember when he's in prison and he's looking in the mirror and he's like, he's all distort and stuff like that. Like, that's what I felt like yesterday with no Fortis, with no Juno. I was like, shave my beard. I don't know who am I? Oh, I need my rewards. Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know. I'm just waiting for my Fort and my Juno to come back along. Come on. Half Baked is the best. You guys ain't watched Half Baked? Oh my gosh, guys. I'm telling you right now. My ears itchy again. Do yourself a favor if you guys like comedies. It's stupid comedy. It's like Super Trooper kind of comedy, but like in my opinion better. Dave Chappelle. I can't think of the other actor's name. Highly suggest watching it. It's funny. It's funny. Who's that dude on the couch? I don't know. It's that guy. He's been there. It's an OG movie for sure, guys. For sure. Blasphemy. Yeah, see, like everybody blasphemy. What else we gotta talk about? What else you guys want to talk? You guys want to talk about anything else in Osmo? Any other tokens? What you got, guys? What you got? One last shot. Yeah. Don't listen to these boomers. No, you listen here. You listen here, young man. Pablo. If Juno fork, what happened to NETA? And your thoughts on NETA if Juno don't fork? I think if Juno don't fork, like here, NETA's super speculative, right? It's all, so the price action is just from two things. It's a scarce asset, you know, consider whatever meme, whatever you want to call it. It has no real use case other than being a scarce asset in the Juno ecosystem. But if the NETA DAO, which there are works, there's the NETA DAO, guys, shout outs to I'm telling you right now, because I don't want to fight it at all and I don't want to overhype it, but the NETA DAO and the people in that DAO have been working to bring something to light in their whole community there. There is stuff that is going to be coming out. In fact, I think today they're still doing it for the what was it? I'm sorry. The Juggernauts, Juno Troopers. Oh, NETA Troopers.
Yeah, it's been delayed 24 hours.
So many. So yeah, but I think they're still doing a like a Twitter space or something like that. So be on the lookout for that. Actually, let me see. I want to give them a shout out. That's why, because I want to be part of that. Hopefully I won't be tied up at the moment. I can actually listen in and maybe even ask them a few questions. NETA Troopers, NETA Troopers, NETA DAO. Oh wait, no, I could have just typed in NETA. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, so these NFTs that were supposed to be getting released on the PASG platform, you guys know they're, you know, obviously on the Juno network and stuff like that. They were supposed to be getting released twice now, but unfortunately things happened, right? So it got pushed back again. But I think they're still going to be having their talks, but portion of this NFT is going to fund and be put into the NETA DAO and the workings that they have there, guys. I will say you can't really compare it anymore to Ion because Ion is now something kind of completely different. But it could definitely turn into something just like Ion if the community, you know, sees it fit. Like it's all up to two things, like what people deem the value is for a scarce asset, and if we can actually build something with it. And they are working on it. So I mean, right now, I think the price point for NETA, I can't tell you like if it's a good deal or not, because that's me giving you guys financial advice, right? But like, I will say there's been some strong buying pressure. Nick, where do you have that list like readily available? There's a wallet list that you can actually see.
Got it bookmarked.
But as you can see right here, like this anything under $500 has been getting bought up a lot, like a lot.
I sent it to you if you want to go look at it.
Yeah, let me see here. This volume here, it doesn't really do it justice, but let me see. Check this out. This is a list of the wallets that hold, obviously, Juno, NETA, swap pools and stuff like that. There will be a lot of them there. But you can see there's one address right here that has 313 of them. It's insane. It's insane. And they're buying. And like, if you look at some of these addresses, oh, snappy snap. Maybe not this first one, but let's go to Atom Scan.
Well, he bought on April 4th.
Yeah, but it's going to be, you can't see it like recently because, you know, it halted and stuff. But I guess you could still buy on other platforms. Did I go to Juno? Yeah. Yeah, but he just recently bought like, does it show it on Atom Scan or do I have to go to Mint Scan? Whatever. But you can see, point of it is you can go, I'm not going to waste too much time. You can go here and just look at this list and go look at the addresses and who's accumulating them. Like, there's some strong accumulation happening. So I just got to assume that it's, you know, it's at a good place to maybe start accumulating. Like, just based on the busyness and the big money. Like, follow the wells, right? Looking so clean. One week, guys. Not even that. It'll be right back to normal. But if it forks, I don't like. Honest, that's a good question. So if and you know, honestly, that'd be for like all of these things, right? Like, what happens to Fort and Juno Swap and all this other stuff if they fork? Like, you gotta either for those platforms pick something. Like, you know, you're gonna update or you're gonna fall along. You're gonna merge or you're gonna stick where you're. I think it just depends. I don't like the what if games kind of, it's like hindsight quarterbacking when you don't need to, right? Like, it doesn't, you never save anybody's life or score a touchdown hindsight quarterbacking. It's just fun to do. It's kind of like speculating. Like, yeah, you can speculate, but like, you know, what good does that do? Class of 99. I actually graduated in 98 ahead of my class. Yeah. 41 years old, guys. 41 years old.
You're double my age almost.
Hell yeah. You listen to me, son. Nice. Dude, I have friends, which weirds me out. I have friends. I have two sons, but they're not that, like, I have friends though that like had kids while they were in high school. Well, we were all in high school, and like now, like, I'll look at them, and those kids have families. I'm like, oh man, like, you talk about feeling old. Yep. Okay, well, yeah, I was around when phones were bricks, bro. Like, literally, phones were still attached to things. I was around when nobody had internet. I had to kick my computer that weighed a ton, and it didn't budge to get to start. It's
oh my god, dial up.
AOL days, guys. I was around the original predators were out there in AOL chat rooms. I was the prey. Age, sex, location, 18-year-old female, Florida. Every response, by the way, guys. This was the response every single time. Okay, this is what it looked like in my age, right here. If you wanted to hit on people online, it was this, and the response it didn't matter. There you go, Bren. That's it, right there. It was of age, 18-year-old female, Florida. Every single time, that was it. Every single time in the chat rooms. Didn't matter. Yeah, talk about being a victim. I had to read my messages on beepers backwards and sideways, and I had to do it in increments to get the full freaking story. The sevens were L's. Threes were E's. Man, people don't know. People don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know. The struggle was real. Oh, guys. But yeah, we're just AMAing right now. Anything else you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about Juno price points and what? Actually, yeah, I said we're going to talk about that, right? We got to talk about that since we talked about NETA. Guys, real talk though. Be on the lookout. When Juno comes back on live, guys, there is like bring it back down. Let's get serious. There's going to be people that sell. Like, I highly doubt, I'm not trying to give you guys financial advice right now, but I highly doubt that this price point stays for the remainder of the day. Highly doubt it. There might be a lot of buying pressure between 17 and 20, but I think that it has a strong possibility to dump down to 14, 15 before seeing real strength. You know, if it comes down to these levels right here in between 8 and 10, like there's going to be a lot of buying pressure right there. But yeah, just be like, seriously guys, just be ready for it. This is, hold on a second. Let me kind of bring it all together right here. Like realistically guys, I can see it. I can't do any of this stuff on, I wish we could have just like retrofitted all of these charts back from when we first listed. But yeah, I mean, I really can see it bringing us all the way down. I can't do retracements or nothing with this. This is worthless, really. But yeah, I mean, you get my drift. Excuse me. I'm expecting a massive flash crash to 15. Yeah. So again, that's kind of one of those reasons why I want to bring up. Oops, not that one. It's not that. What was I talking about before? Our exchange that you can put in limits. You can't really do it here because you can't buy Juno. I don't think they have Juno on this. You can't buy Juno here. Yeah. But like, guys, could you guys imagine? I'm telling you right now, if Nick and I had the ability to have limit orders in on any of this stuff, be nailing it, man. Yeet. I'm too old to say that. I feel like I'm going to stop saying that because it made me feel weird. So give it a day or two to see how price goes. Maybe, but like, so for me, what I'm going to do, what I would do, okay, I can only say that because like, yeah, I'll say this. I'm not doing it right now, because like I said yesterday, guys, I bought the floor here. I got airdropped a whole bunch of it, and I bought literally on the charts right here. I bought this floor, and then I bought, the only other buy I made was this range right here, like I think it was actually $4.40-ish. That was like my last buy that I ever did for Juno. So like, I'm not worried about making my position or reinforcing my position until here. But if I was some of you guys, which have messaged me and stuff like that, I will say, if I was in your guys' shoes, don't take this as financial advice, but if I was in your guys' shoes and I have dry powder waiting on the side because I was smart about it, I would first obviously reinforce at key levels of resistance and or support. So like, yeah, maybe if you just like are speculating and think, oh, $20 is going to hold up. Like this is right now, technically, if we didn't have what we have going on and this was just downwards price action, technically you wouldn't be wrong. $20 would be like an absolutely fine place to be in and reinforcing your position because this, it makes sense. But we have other things factoring in on the price action, delegations being, becoming available for people to dump, the CCN issue, and then like the whole issue about the chain being down and stuff like that. That's real. So like, I don't blame people, and that price and that fear could be lowered all the way down to 15, 14, realistically, I think 14 for a strong wick to 15 would be the first level of my reinforcement buys if I was in your guys' shoes. And then my, second, I guess it would be my third, because the feeler buy is what I'm hoping you guys did up here. So the third one would be 14, 15. My reinforcement, my second one would be 14, 15. My real play buys, like the ones that I'm like getting serious about, again, reinforcing that second buy and even that first buy would be about $7 to $10. And then I would have enough for sure to back up all of those other ones just in case the event that like strong death comes in and we go back to the absolute floor before. You want to have at least enough capital in reserves at least I do all the time. This is how I do it. It's not financial. This is just me and how I would do if I was in your shoes to back up all of those at the very bottom. Like, so if I bought like just in total, 5,000 between those first 3 buys, I would have at least enough capital to buy 5,000 more Juno at that bottom barrel price, period. So like, that's just how I do it. Yeah. And then the object to that, again, guys, it's not to get to that bottom barrel price. You hope that you don't, to be honest with you. The whole thing is to protect yourself and to still expose yourself to the possible upside in your allocations. It's more protecting yourself, hedging against that risk, hedging against the possibility that you're wrong. Because let's face it, we're not gurus. We don't know it all. I can't determine what level of fear and uncertainty you can tolerate in the market. And you definitely can't do that with the masses, right? And that's what we do as investors. We're trying to figure out, like, what do we think the majority of people can tolerate as far as volatility? Can you tell me what I'm thinking right now as far as my fear level? Probably not. And you probably sure as hell can't tell if I asked you to say, well, now tell me the next 5 people as well. Now tell me overall what they think. Nobody can. So we hedge against that to be conservative, to be protective and conservative of our capital as investors, as smart long-term investors. So again, guys, it's not about being winners. Like, it's not about like, oh, look at me. Everyone I do is like, I'm up 20%. No. That's not what I do here. That's not what I talk about here. I talk about getting into a position to where you're never at risk fully of the max pain. You're not fully in those dire, moments and stuff like that. You're trying to get in to when everybody else is fearful so that you can maximize when everything turns around and it's sunny days and rainbows come out, right? Like, you want to be in those positions like I'm in right now, that I'm making passive income on the moves that I made before because I made them in those kind of ways. So like, I don't want to join this fear club anymore. That's how I learned how to do what I did. I was in it. I don't like being there. I'll never be there. Well, that's like my commitment. I'm not in a game or a race or competing against anybody else but myself and my portfolio. That's the only thing that I'm competing against. How can I grow it and protect it at the same time? If I'm doing that job each and every day, that number in my portfolio goes up, right? I don't care how much somebody else wins. I don't care how much somebody else gets like all technical on their charting and stuff like that. I don't care how loose my lines are. I don't care about none of that stuff. If I beat myself in my portfolio every single day with my investments, that's all that matters. And that's the only thing that should matter with you guys. Period. What do we still need to answer? Sorry. We need ICI. If Juno starts later today before, I don't like, I'm actually thinking about that question too with the fort. I would think, cause I think it's a time in, right, Nick? Like, it's the time in. So we probably still have some kind of rewards coming, I think, for the fort.
Yeah, but it's also, they verify the time by the block. So.
Oh, no, that's true. That is true. Interesting. I don't get to play my fort. I'm going to be sad. Who knows though? Who knows? That would be like hitting oneself in the head. Yeah. Period. Damn it. We need to, well, I mean, yeah, it's how you deal with it, right? Yeah, I personally already boycotted it. I've got it. Been on my way. Nick, you got it too, right?
Yep.
You got it. I think you got it twice, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't vaxxed or nothing like that. Not saying, yeah, you guys do what you got to do. I got it. It sucked. I got through it. I'm here. I still go roll with people. Choke. Jiu-jitsu. Yeah, guys, we're just kind of ranting right now. But yeah.
I mean, I got the antibodies too. So like, the IV and all that. So yeah, should be all right.
Yeah. I hope everybody's all right though. And I hope everybody's all right out there in the markets, guys. Look, let's take a look real quick. Happy days still. Yeah, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. Some things.
Got a notification that Bitcoin got a 1 hour blood diamond not too long ago.
Did it? Let's go take a look real quick before we end. 43,245 is what we're sitting at. We're still coming down on the daily. Let's go take a look at the 1 hourly here. Yep, we got a red dot. We got a red dot here. RSI's kind of rounding out here, failing, coming back down. So, you know, again, got to be patient, guys. Got to be patient. Like I said, I could definitely see a little bit more momentum coming back down. There's definitely a lot more room to come back down. Be patient with it, guys. I didn't just because we don't talk about that guy. That guy. Just, on the 24-minute though, guys, same thing on Bitcoin, coming back down. Chico down. Atom looking like it's coming back down below $27. Coming down. Yeah, guys, Atom Luna is the play for me right now, guys. This one's I'm kind of eyeballing. As far as investing, you guys already know I'm waiting for that $20 range to actually really start getting back into it. I told everybody yesterday, if you guys don't know, I bought just a small like $500 of Atom this morning, and then I bought $400 of NGM this morning as well. So you know, just putting feelers out there. It's kind of fly. I call it fly fishing. I'm just like meh, 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 meh. You know, but yeah, that's what I got, guys. I hope you guys do well. It's a bright sunny day. Go enjoy yourselves. Don't worry about all this. This will take care of itself. If you guys are DCAing, you guys are really being disciplined to your rules of engagement, and you guys are paying attention, you guys will be fine. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about all this noise, guys. If you guys haven't, like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your auntie, tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your whoever, tell your uncle that you don't like. Subscribe to the channel. We do giveaways all the time. Oh, by the way, we do have we do have a 10K challenge that we're doing. We didn't even cover it. I won't go back into it, but it is beneficial in your own financial interest to be a subscriber if you guys are here every single day, because after the 3-month study that we're doing on our 10K portfolio, if we're above 10K, I'm giving away to 10 lucky people $100 each. We're giving away $1,000 of that portfolio, just absolutely free, just for you guys being you, because you guys are the most important things. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. You guys are the thing that matter the most. We appreciate you guys. You guys be safe out there. Be blessed. Peace. Get out there. Beat it. Go. Have fun. Filthy animals. Stop looking at me. Making eye contact. Here. Stare contest. You blinked. I know you blinked already. I won.